Can a robot actually replace a ride-on lawnmower? Today we're putting the Yarbo to the test on the exact same kind of work we normally do on a ride-on mower. Not some easy little backyard either. We're talking rough ground, long grass, and proper amount of area to cover. The big question is, can we just press start, walk away, and let the robot do all the work? Let's find out. So here we have our old 90s lawnmower with the new engine that we installed. Spoiler alert, the videos are coming soon. And we're going up against the new Yarbo and with the Yarbo Lawnmower Pro. And this is gonna be an epic battle because we are going old versus new, modern. And this one is not gonna require me to be cutting, this one will. And this one will be powered by the sun versus this one will be powered by petrol. So this is old school, this is the modern. So let's get started. We gotta map out the field, which shouldn't take too long. And then this one is just straight to work, go cut. And we are gonna roughly split it up equal parts, this whole field. This mower, of course, is meant for lawn, but it is able to cut big grass like this. So this is gonna be really interesting to see how exactly the comparison is and to see exactly how powerful this machine is. So let's not waste any time, set the Yarbo up and get the lawnmower in place and get going to see which one is better. So we are ready to start. The Yarbo is in position, the lawnmower is in position. I think I just pressed start on him. So I'm gonna press start now and he is gonna get a bit of a head start because I need to start the engine, put the phone away or another way around. But yes, let's press start now and see. 3, 2, 1, I guess. He's going. I gotta get out of his way maybe. He's going backwards. Oh, maybe he's cutting. Does he understand the gold field? Oh, he has his starting location. Oh, I also need a starting location. I'm going to my starting location. Bye-bye. What happened to Yarbo? He says, please wait until my blades reach speed. Round 2, after some adjustments, we are in a brand new day and we're gonna get started again with the countdown of 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna press play on him and I'm gonna get started on me. And let's see, finally, robot versus old school lawnmower. So let's start it in 3, 2, 1, press start now. He's starting, I'm starting, we're all starting. About to drive on me. Bye bye. This is the Yarbo Lawnmower Pro, and it is definitely not your average little robot lawnmower. It is a fully autonomous truck-driven mower designed for large and difficult properties, capable of maintaining up to 6 acres, tackling slopes as steep as 35 degrees. It uses RTK positioning, cameras and onboard sensors to navigate around the property, mow automatically and return to its charging station when needed. I'm really interested to see how it will perform of this kind of job and whether it can keep up with the traditional ride-on mower. And if you want to check out the Yarbo for yourself, you'll find the link down in the description. And for the ride-on mower, we are using our old, rebuilt freshly mower with a new 13 horsepower engine and a 100 centimeter deck, so 36-inch deck. But the biggest struggle is the way it unloads grass. It chokes on the grass very often since it's meant to have a bucket in the back and definitely not meant for such big grass as this. And by the way, the starting grass is 20 to 30 centimeters or 8 to 12 inches. So let's see what we can achieve by the end of the cut. Looking at the footage now, I can tell that I definitely did not split the field equally for both, but to be fair, the lawnmower does have double the mowing deck, so it is only fair that it has to be a bit more work for it than the robot. The robot can take on the whole field on his own, but in this test we have to just compare one against the other. So it is roughly halfway point for the robot and for me as well, and it's going pretty good. The biggest challenge is the size of the grass. It is slightly on the limit of what even the petrol one can handle. It is chugging the grass too much and it is choking on it, and this guy of course is leaving a bit of strains, but he needs to go twice over it, which he will. So he is doing double cutting, so whatever there is on the field he is gonna cut on the second time, and I need to just go really slowly just so it doesn't chug. It keeps slowing the engine down. Of course it is a bit too much grass for the lawnmower, but this is the best way to do it. If I did this with a tractor, it would just cut the grass flat and way taller as well, and just throw the grass like big chunks, and that does not process so well. When cutting it, like mulching it down, it of course absorbs it in the ground way faster, instead of leaving these sticks for like till next year and they rot only like within a year. Now this will just drop down as mulch and will process way faster. So let's continue on and see if we can get it done before the rain comes, because it's kind of starting to bring in some rain clouds. I think at the end of the day, I did pretty much 30 times this exercise of bending down and pulling out the grass, because it was just getting stuck all the time. Of course, the mower didn't like it, since it was struggling the engine quite a bit, cutting way too low and causing the blades not being able to spin at their full speed. Yarbo was able to cut the grass down to 12 to 15 centimeters on the first cut, and I believe he will be able to get it down to 10 with the second cut.
Just as it started to sprinkle rain, he is done. Well, David, I think, has a little bit left. I don't know where he's going. I think he's going home. Let's follow him. Yeah, I think he's going home. He's like, I'm done.
So we are both finished. He finished like 3-4 minutes earlier than I did. And before we show you how the field looks, we do want him to cut a second time. So he's gonna go home charge. I'm gonna go home charge as well by eating. And then he is gonna go back on there and finish it off, because this is a bitty too big grass for him. And he is meant to go over it multiple times to make it much more flush and perfect. So he's gonna go now, travel his way home and charge up and come back and finish it off. With the second cut, should make it much better. It is pretty good already. It is not bad. Like I don't mean that it's bad, but this is of course really thick grass, so he needs to go over it maybe another time just to clean it up perfectly. For a goat pasture like this, where we just want to cut it just so it regrows for the autumn, it is perfectly fine. But let's just show you what he can do if he goes over it a second time. And another thing I wanted to mention is that for cutting the field there, the one side that I did, it did take me 4 liters of fuel. So that is around 8 euros in terms of money. So it is a lot more expensive than this guy is running from electricity if you charge it from grid. Or in our case, it does charge from our solars with the sun. Even in the limited days like this, we still get enough electricity for him to charge. So he is in theory running off the sun, or in terms of electricity, he would also not use really that much. So let's get him charged. He should charge up in around 90 minutes. He should be ready to go. He's actually not fully empty. He only used 62% of his battery to do that. So he is pretty efficient, and his charging should be really fast as well. So see you in a bit.
Ready to charge. Start charging.
It's the next day, and as you can see, it's really windy and really not the most pleasant time to be out. And he is working away, cutting the second layer. Yesterday started pouring rain as he was finished charging, so he didn't have to come back here. But you can see already he's going in a bit of a different angle. I've set a different angle so he can go over more of the spots that he maybe missed. But I think he wasn't the terms that he missed. It is just required to go over twice because it's just such a thick grass. And now it's looking already perfect. Thirdly, for a pasture like this, that is perfect. What he did the first try, it is enough. It's cut. It will regrow by end of the autumn, or by mid-autumn. It will be all back nice and lush and ready for second time to go back on it. But he cutting it twice like this is just to prove how good it can actually be and how nice it can look, and see how it matches up with what the lawnmower did. So it is the afternoon, and the robot has finished his work a long time ago. He is up on the field there waiting for us to see him, but he did a really good job. Going over the second time definitely helped the field, and it looks much better. I think going over a few more times and it's gonna look like a proper lawn or even a football field. It is really nice and efficient at how fast he does it. And in the meanwhile, I did have my time to be able to go to the city, do some shopping, buy some things we need for the tiny house, and do some renovations in the tiny house. So it frees me up a lot of time that I would spend on the lawnmower. So I think the biggest benefit is that, and the fuel saving for us is also huge because it does add up. Over summer, you spend quite a lot of money on fuel. Here is the yesterday's cut field with a lawnmower, and as you can see, the biggest problem that I have is the height. This is the maximum height that the lawnmower can cut, and it is a bit low. And also the grass clippings does struggle to go through the lawnmower. As you saw there with the Yarbo cut, there's pretty much no grass clippings. They somehow all end up in the very bottom, I guess. They get pushed down or something. I don't know how it happens, but there's no grass clippings. Versus this lawnmower pretty much left everything on top. So this will take a lot longer to process and turn back into fertilizer, versus the Yarbo looks like it actually pushed the grass clippings somehow down, and they're pretty much not there on the field. So it looks a whole lot messier just because of the grass clippings, but it also is cut like a few centimeters lower just because I physically can't lift it higher. And this creates the cutting much more worse because the grass also will struggle to recover a lot worse. So this is kind of more of a pasture problem than it is a lawn problem. Of course, in a lawn you're not gonna have this problem, but it is a kind of a benefit that the Yarbo does not have these issues, and it can in theory work for us, which we will set it up on all the pastures so we can always cut them down, the pastures with the Yarbo once they've been eaten with the goats quite low, like as this one was, and then the Yarbo can just kind of finish it off so it can regrow nicely. So this is a really good advantage that it can do a lot better than a lawnmower and a lot better than a tractor, because as I explained, the tractor would not be as efficient in doing this, and of course the fuel of the tractor would be another expense. And the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that it saves us so much time. So the time today for the Yarbo cutting, it was something that we could spend renovating and going to the shop to buy materials, versus if I did it myself, it's a time and fuel that I'm losing, versus the Yarbo charged all day with the sunshine and runs around on the solar power. So it is not costing us anything to charge him up, and this thing, it does cost quite a lot to fill up, especially with the now prices, and of course he eats fuel pretty fast. So the big difference, it is the time and money saving that we get, but also he is providing us a better result on the pastures. So if you are interested in getting something more serious, this is not a toy, this is a professional grade lawnmower that can really keep up with a big yard or a long fields like we have, that you want to keep cutting often, because he does have those big blades. He is not scared of bigger grass. He can go over multiple times and mulch it. So I hope you enjoyed this video where we compared the lawnmower against the Yarbo robot, and let me know in the comments, what do you think? Which one do you still prefer? Do you think you rather sit on a lawnmower, or do you think you should let the technology do the work for us? So see you in the next one when we come up with some other crazy idea to do.